What's up, Acadiana, and welcome to Offsides. I'm Shannon Wilkerson.
And I'm Derek Albert.
I was going to say that.
well, thank you.
You beat me to the punch there, Derek.
I jumped the gun.
That's all right. Derek is sitting in for Brandon Como, and we sure do appreciate that. Love doing the show with you, Mr. over there. And we are going to change the subject right now. In the 4 o'clock hour, if you were listening, we were talking about Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Mansion and such. But now, for the 5 o'clock hour, for our Friday 5 o'clock hour topic, are you a mama's boy? Now, I have to admit, I'm a mama's boy because there's a list here, 10 reasons to identify, 10 ways that you can identify a mama's boy.
I'm so glad you have a checklist.
Yeah, I've got a checklist. And so if you are a mama's boy or you are married to a mama's boy, give us a call and share your thoughts about that at 232-1542. But here are some signs that you might be a mama's boy.
Let's hear it.
One of them is if you compare your the cooking of your partner or girlfriend or wife to that of your mother. Now, let me offer some advice to our listeners out there, all right?
This seems like it's going to be some common sense advice.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
Okay? You don't want to ever do that, all right? Even if you feel the need to, you definitely don't ever want to do that. But if you're doing it in your head, you fall into the category of a mama's boy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, I can say that in my home, I don't ever do that, but my wife is always accusing me of doing it silently in my head. Okay? So I don't ever, so I get in trouble. I don't say anything.
Guilty by masculinity.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I haven't said anything. And I look at it, I said, I didn't say a word. Yes, but you're thinking it. Okay, so you know when you're in a healthy marriage, you've got to. There are these hurdles that you've got to get over. One of them is that your wife has what they believe mind reading ability.
Absolutely, okay. ESP as well.
ESP.
Yeah.
They want what they think that they have mind reading ability, and so it's hard to argue with that and say no, I'm not thinking that. Yes, you are. How do you prove that case? Either way. Okay, how do you prove that's what I'm thinking? And how do you prove that it is what I'm thinking when I'm not thinking what you think I'm thinking? Okay, so did you get me?
Barely.
Okay, well, just trust me. Okay, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, if you ever get engaged, you're about to get married, we're going to have a talk.
Well, and here's a topic I want to bring up on that. In your situation where your wife is of Mexican descent, correct?
That's right, yes.
And your mother, y'all are originally from the New Orleans area?
That's right.
As far as culinary issues go, I wouldn't imagine there's a whole lot of intermingling.
No. My mother's is Italian.
Got you. Exactly.
Okay, well, my mother's Italian.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. You're guilty already.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'm trying to help you. Yeah.
All right, you're guilty going in. All right. So if you are comparing your girlfriend or wife's cooking to your mother's cooking, you definitely fall into the category of being a mama's boy. We're already getting some phone calls in. We got a lot of checklists, a lot of items on this checklist of whether or not you're a mama's boy. We'll take some phone calls and see what you have to say about it. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
I am guilty. I am a mama's boy.
That's all right.
Welcome. This is NBA Mama's Boy Anonymous.
Yeah, that's right. So,
okay.
As a mama's boy, tell us your number one trait of being a mama's boy.
First of all, I did do that with you guys were talking about. I did compare my wife's cooking to my mom's.
Out loud?
Well, when I first got into my marriage, on my second marriage with this wife that I got now, I always compared my mama's food with my wife.
And did you do that in your first marriage?
She didn't know how to cook.
Oh, yeah, well... that doesn't help things. Okay, something tells me that you definitely let her know. But go on.
Well, anyway, then I told her how my mom used to do it. Now I'm my wife's boy now.
Well, that's what happens.
But she learned how to cook the way that my mama used to cook, so she makes me happy.
Excellent.
Good.
There was some give and take there.
It worked out.
Good. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you listening. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Hey. Yeah, I think I'm at least a partial mama's boy.
Okay. Tell us why.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I lived a little bit better than 20 years at my mama's house, including after I graduated and I got my first job, which was about 3 blocks away from her house. I used to come home and eat lunch.
That sounds convenient.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And then I got married. And if I'm lucky, I'll make 50 years pretty soon. And as far as comparing food, let me tell you what, bro. They had a different style.
You mean mothers?
My mother cooked one way. My wife cooked another way.
Mm-hmm. Who wins?
And they're even. They were different.
Okay,
styles,
all right.
Bro.
Very judicious of you.
And I don't work for NASA, but I'm not that dumb.
Yeah, I hear you. Good thinking.
And I'm in no danger whatsoever of starving in that respect.
I hear you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you listening. Hello and welcome to Offsides. Hey, turn your radio down, please.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. Welcome to Offsides.
Thank you. I think every guy, to some extent, is a mama's boy because they love their mama so much. But, if you don't constructively review the meal with them and give them hints as to how you like it and give them hints as to how your mama used to cook it, how are they going to learn?
Well, yeah, that's one way of looking at it. You got to choose your battles, I would suggest.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when my dad was first married to my mother, he comes home from work and she serves him. He says, honey, the fish looks really good, but don't you think you should have scaled it first?
Oh
God bless.
And she was the daughter of a fish vendor and didn't know to scale the fish.
Mm-hmm.
So, if they do things wrong or they do things that are over-seasoned or over-salted or whatever, you have to discuss it with them. It just depends on your approach.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
The approach is the number one point because I can picture your exact situation a number of different ways. And one of them was saying, well, if you would have approached it in this manner, well, at least my mom was smart enough to scale the fish.
Yeah, that's
you
bad.
might be sleeping in the doghouse for a few years.
Not good. Yeah. It's called treading light.
Yeah, but
you got to tread lightly.
The thing is my wife cooks, bakes really well. I do the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I do the cooking. So I went to culinary so that I didn't have to endure bachelor food.
I hear you.
Culinary course at the SLCC. But thanks, guys.
All right, thanks for calling. Appreciate you listening. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hey, I want to give all the men some advice out there about this cooking thing.
Please. Ready.
Okay. So if your wife is cooking a recipe of your mother's, you're allowed to kind of say if it tastes like the mother's.
Okay.
But if they're just cooking something in general, then just comment on the meal.
Yeah, you better leave it alone with the mom thing. I agree.
That makes sense.
Agree.
I'm writing that down as we speak.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate you listening.
You're welcome.
All right. So here's another one. I don't know anybody that has experienced this, but it's on the list, so I'm going to share it. And I've got a follow-up. If you let your mom give you a list of rules for potential girlfriends, okay? Now, I will say this. I don't know anybody that has happened to, but here's the rule. When it comes to finances, education, business, all those kind of issues, mothers have basically the same opinion as everybody else. It depends on their experienes with those kind of things. That's right. It depends on what they've been exposed to. And you've got to take their advice along with, give their advice the same weight as you would anybody else. However, when it comes to affairs of the heart, they're always right. Guaranteed. Your mother, there's something about it. They've got that intuition, all right? And if you are dating somebody and your mom says, I don't know about this one, son. I think there's trouble. Believe me, you're going to look back on that years later and say she was absolutely right.
Yeah,
that girl was crazy. However, on the flip side, if you bring home a girl and meet your mom and she says, all right, this is a keeper. You better take this one seriously. This is a good one. You better hold on to this one. and you don't, later in life, you'll look back and say, you know what? She was right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's some type of alien thing that they've got. Some kind of.
It goes back to the feminine superpowers of ESP and psychosis. And
I guess so.
Whatnot.
I guess so. 232-1542. If you're a mama's boy, know a mama's boy, or want to share some thoughts about the topic. All right, here's another one. You probably still live with your mom. Okay, this is assuming that you're a grown man and single. All right. But, all right, I've got some comments about that, too. I know young men, all right, because I employ and cater to. I know people in that demographic, all right, and grown men. And all of them that I know that are looking for a place to live or about to move or whatever, but they're single. I tell them all, if their mother lives nearby, I tell them all, you got to go home and live with your mother. You're crazy. I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? Trust me, your laundry's always going to be perfect. All right? You're going to eat like a king. It's going to be wonderful. All right? Move back home with your mom.
Do it while you can.
Do it while you can. That's
Absolutely.
exactly right. Do it while you can, because believe me, you're gonna eat better than you ever have. Especially you've been single and going to college for a while. All right, you've been eating crappy food all this time. You always got wrinkly, stinky, dirty clothes on. Your life your bills are always unpaid. Believe me, you move back home with your mom, and you don't have to worry about any of that. You're going to eat like a king. Your clothes are always going to be perfectly ironed. All your bills are going to be paid on time. It's going to be wonderful. All you have to do is make some kind of an arrangement with mom that says, okay, if you get up in the morning and I'm not here, don't dial 911.
Well, good point.
Okay, so the relationship with your mom has got to be mature enough to where she understands that you're a grown man. Sometimes you might not come home, and that means don't ask.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, play it safe. You're
play
right.
it safe.
I'd like to hear from some moms on that comment.
I would too.
Definitely those who want to continue doing their grown son's laundry. And
they all do. Okay.
I find that hard to believe, Shannon. I really do.
Trust me. Okay. You know what it depends on? It depends on if it's an empty nest at home. If you
that makes sense.
Okay, if you have siblings, if you have younger siblings that are still at home and your parents are still raising them and having to take care of it, stay away.
Yeah.
Okay, don't have anything to do with it. But if you've been gone for a while and there's an empty nest at home, mom is going to be very inviting to have you come back at home and want to take care of you.
Otherwise, light starch, warm iron.
That's right. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hello, caller.
Hello. Anyone there? Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Okay, I just finished calling y'all about the Hugh Hefner business, but I have a comment.
Go ahead.
I stayed with my mother. Actually, I was married 18 months. I stayed with her until I was almost 33. And you know what? All the money you can save.
That's another thing, yeah.
And invest, that money that you save and invest, you can afford to go pay for plane tickets to go overseas. You ain't got to get no women around here. You can go overseas and have a real ton of fun. And you have.
Are you the same overseas guy as before with the Philippines?
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to leave that one alone, buddy. You might not want to share that publicly, okay, especially over the air. Listen, there's a lot of very nice women right here in Acadiana. You know, you can meet them. Trust me. Believe in yourself.
No need to get a passport to find a good Cajun girl.
Yeah, you might not come back one day. All right, these are dangerous places.
That could be a possibility.
All right, hello. Welcome to Offsides.
Yes, I am first-time caller. Great topic.
Thank you.
I just want to point out, I have been doing my own laundry since I was in the 8th grade because I did not like the way my mother did.
Oh, man, you're in trouble now.
Uh-oh. If she listens.
But she don't listen. Thank God.
Okay, well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We won't ask your name or anything, but, okay, well, that's unusual because most of the time moms do really good laundry. I mean, right? I mean, that's what they do. Right?
I mean, it's a mom
Is that sexist? Does that make me a bad person?
I think so. Okay. Just a little.
No, but
I won't tell your mom.
Well, all right. I don't know. I think it's not sexist. It's nurturing. They're more nurturing than men are. Okay? They have the need to nurture more than men do.
Absolutely.
So I don't mean it in a sexist way that women are the only ones that are capable of doing good laundry. They just naturally do it better. It's like the temperature thing. Okay? Like you got a kid with a fever.
Gotcha.
Okay, right. A man can hold the forehead of a child and say, the kid's fine. Okay, kid's burning up.
Right.
Almost, all right, burn up, 102 fever, and the man doesn't, if you don't have a thermometer, the man doesn't have a clue. A woman touches that same child's head and nails it right away.
To the 10th of a degree.
101.2.
Yeah.
Okay, they know right then.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the phone lines, man. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hey, okay, I have to make a disclaimer on the empty nest, and mamas want their boys to come home so we can do their clothes.
Okay.
No.
I knew it.
Right. All right. Well, are you a mother?
Yes, I'm a mother. And
okay. Okay.
I love cooking for my son.
Okay, back up. Let me stop you. Let me stop you. Hold on. How old is your son?
My son is 30.
How long's he been out of the house?
He has been out of the house for, gosh dog it, a lot of years now.
Okay, all right. I think that in time, I don't want to speak for you. I may be wrong. Everybody's different, okay? And when I say mother, I mean my opinion of what most mothers' opinion would be. Of course, there's exceptions for everything. But I think that in time, your opinion about that is going to change.
No, I didn't do his laundry except when he was little. When they got old enough to do their laundry, they did their own laundry.
Okay, all right.
Fair enough.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate you listening. I'm glad you're having a good time. We're going to take a quick break and come right back on Offsides. Y'all stay tuned at 232. Shannon Wilkerson here with Derek Albert. We've been talking about mama's boys and whether or not you may consider yourself a mama's boy, and we're getting some good phone calls, people's opinions about it. So let's go straight to the phone line. Some people have been patiently waiting. We appreciate that. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hi. Okay. I am a mother. I have 3 boys, 1 girl.
Mm-hmm.
All of my boys know how to do laundry. My oldest one was stationed in London with the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
He came back home, and he was so glad he came back home just because I do laundry so much better than he does. And I cook so much better than he does.
Well, yeah, you do all of it better than he does.
As long as it's done by somebody else, it's usually better.
That's the man approach. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's always better if it's somebody. It's better if they don't have to do it.
No, I mean he would do his own laundry whenever he would do it. But I'd sit there and say, "Give me your laundry, I'll do it for you." And he's going like, "Oh, thank you, Mom. You do it so well."
Yeah, well, I guess he did.
That's fantastic that he knows how to give compliments.
I know. He smooths me a lot.
Mm-hmm. You raised smart, but you raised some smart boys.
And I love it because my youngest one's sitting there going like, "Why do I have to learn how to do laundry? Why do I have to learn how to cook?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, because sometimes you're not going to have a wife, or I may not be here for you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're doing it right.
You never know. I said, you need to learn these things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not suggesting or even thinking that the parents don't have the responsibility of teaching the boys how to do that. We're just talking about how mothers are so much better at it.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we also look at the small details, the details of the stains on the shirt, the stains on the pants.
Yeah, we don't see any of that.
And we get the stains out. That's the thing.
Or if we do see it, we don't care.
No, we don't care. I mean, let me tell you, when it comes to folding, I'm not going to fold any clothes. It's not going to happen. I take the clothes. No.
Yeah.
I take the shirts right out of the dryer. All right, and I lay them out.
Right.
And then I lay the next shirt on top of it, and the next shirt on top of it. So it's just a stack of shirts actually on top of one another, and you got to flip through it like a file. Okay. And so till you get to the shirt you want, but I'm not going to fold them. I never have. It's just not going to. Yeah. Now I'll tell you what.
And I laugh about it because my husband's about the same way. Look, I got a stain on this shirt. Can you get it out for me?
Yeah. Well, it's the mother's magic. That's what it's called.
I guess it is.
No, it's what it is. It's the mother's magic. Thanks for the call. We appreciate you listening. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hello. Hi. I was calling because I have a mother's point of view for her daughters on what y'all are speaking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic.
I have 2 daughters. I have a son also. But my 2 daughters, I always told them, do not find a boy who is still living with his mother when he's in his 20s or early 30s, because you're going to be picking up his dirty socks and underwear, just like Mama's doing.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah. Well, it's likely going to happen anyway, but eventually, because
not my daughters.
Okay, well but here's the decision that they're likely going to have to make. I'm not saying that they have a duty to do it, all right, or that they're supposed to do it in any way. But what ends up happening in many relationships is that men really sincerely don't care if the clothes are on the floor. Okay, they really don't. So the wife now has the choice of whether or not she is going to pick it up or nag him to pick it up. Because he's not going to do it. In most cases, he's not going to do it on his own.
And you have to weigh which one burns more energy.
That's exactly right. So it's just kind of those roles that we kind of fall into in relationships, because men in most cases, they really don't care sincerely. I don't mean it in a bad way. It just doesn't bother them.
Yeah, my husband would say no to that, but my son, he's probably agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Can't say it's because Mama was picking it all up, because I didn't do that.
Good for you.
If you didn't.
Now, is your son a mama's boy? And now remember, whether or not you do his laundry is not the only factor on whether or not somebody's a mama's boy.
Exactly. No, I would say that he probably is, but he's been living on his own since he was 22, and so he has to do his own cooking and cleaning, and he really does prefer to do it himself.
Let me share this with you. I've got this list of identities, people how you can identify whether or not a man is a mama's boy. And one of the things on the list is that he treats his wife or girlfriend like a queen. So, mama's boys actually treat their partners much better. And it's because of the relationship that they have maintained with their own mother. But according to this list, they treat their wives or girlfriends like queens. So it's not all bad.
And you're right, because he just ended a relationship. He's not married, but with the girlfriend. And I said, she's a fool, because he treated her the way my husband treats me, and my husband treats me like a queen.
There you go.
Excellent. And what a great mom response, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks for the call. We appreciate you listening. All right. So let's look at some of the other things that are on this list. And if you want to jump in, 232-1542. One of the other items or identities, if you are a mama's boy, is if they talk every day. So if you talk to your mom every day, you're a mama's boy. Now, I talk to my mom every day. Maybe not on a Sunday, but for the most part, every day. It's been like that my whole life. It's just a pattern you get into. You call, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And we talk politics and we talk all kind of different stuff. But if you talk to your mom every day, then you are definitely a mama's boy.
Look, I'm going to say I'm a self-proclaimed mama's boy, and I'm guilty of not having done that lately.
Okay.
And what my mother does, and you can go on Facebook and check, what she does is she'll put my name on my Facebook page and say, Derek Albert, please contact me.
Yeah.
So that everybody knows that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And she just learned how to use Facebook. This is not this is not a technological factor. This is a mom factor.
Does she text message?
She started recently.
Okay, well, that's going to change things too.
Yeah.
Once they start to text message, and then once they get on Facebook, it's a whole different level.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm quite surprised. I never thought my sons would be mama's boys, but my son is in the military, and he has written me way more letters, and I'm ashamed to say this, than I've written him.
Hey, you have things to do. You're a mom.
That's good, but go on.
Well, I mean, I've got the 5 kids. But anyway, so I just got a phone call from my daughter, and you guys, we call you guys all the time, and my daughter is extremely upset, and I just wanted to put this out there. It's off topic, but she just said that the principal at Como High is encouraging the high school football players to kneel while the coaches are against it and feel that they should stand. You've got a principal who is encouraging these kids to kneel. I am just livid. So off topic, sorry. I just had to throw that out
That's
there.
all right. You're a regular. We hear from you every day, and we appreciate that. So we're going to give you that. We grant you a little bit of leeway with these kind of things. But, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, it's an ongoing conversation that we can jump into at any time, and the phone lines will light up because so many people have so much strong opinions about that. That's a disaster. Okay, so what do? We did she does his laundry. We did the cooking thing. They talk every day. Okay, here's another one. He always takes her side. Okay, so a mama's boy is always going to take mom's side, even if he knows that she's wrong. So this can be, in many ways, very dangerous in a marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay, can be very dangerous in a marriage because, if your wife is disagreeing with something that your mom says or does, and you're a mama's boy, there's going to be a fight.
Especially with child rearing.
Oh, absolutely. Parenting?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother dangerous subject.
How mom treats and maybe perhaps spoils the grandkids may not go over too well with your significant other or otherwise.
No, it sure doesn't. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Good. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, my name's Dan, and I just wanted to say on the topic of it, if I know you're talking about mama's boys and that, but if your mama's still alive, you need to spend time with her and visit with her.
Absolutely.
I lost my mother to breast cancer several years ago, and I miss her every day.
I'm sorry for your loss, and you're absolutely right. And that's why you need to call every day. If you don't live nearby, and then you need to call every day.
And the older I get, the more I miss her. So you guys out there, if your mom's still alive, talk to her, visit her, spend time with her.
Good advice. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you listening. Hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hello, caller, you're on.
Caller, hello. Oh, they hung up.
Gone.
All right, we lost him. All right, here's another one. If your mother shows up unexpectedly, you're definitely a mama's boy, because the mother feels more freedom to be able to just show up, come knocking on the door. Hey, I'm here to visit.
Sure, more comfortable.
More comfortable, and that doesn't always go over very well with the missus.
Right.
Okay, so if that happens, then you're definitely a mama's boy. All right, hello, and welcome to Offsides.
Hey.
Hey,
you're talking about the mama's boys?
We are.
Okay, what about if your mama abandoned you since you was a kid?
Well, then I don't think that if your mother abandoned you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that you'd be a mama's boy. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, I got a good wife, and man, she pretty much had to teach me how to do a lot of things, but I always learned how to cook because I didn't really have anybody around to show me. So, since I was 15, I've been on my own, but I had to make, pretty much do everything yourself.
Well, you found the right woman. It sounds like you found the right woman.
That's exactly right. I've got lucky and found the right woman.
Yeah, good for you. Let me tell you, the most important decision that you can make in life is who you choose to marry. Whether you're a man or a woman.
Right about that. You're 100% right about that.
That is the most important decision you can make throughout your entire life. Not your education, not whatever profession you're making in, what neighborhood, what kind of car you drive, or anything like that. Who you choose for you to be your partner and your spouse is going to influence your life more than anything.
That is a fact, because man, I'll put her through some hell.
Oh, I hear you, bro.
She's around though. I mean, not extreme, but I'll give her a hard time every now and then. But she sets me pretty straight, so I can't complain. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. We appreciate you listening. We're going to take a short break. Y'all keep on calling up about your story, your opinions about Mama's Boys at 232-1542. We will be right back. We've got some pretty entertaining phone calls from our listeners. We appreciate that. So join in if you like at 232-1542. All right, so I've got more on the list, and these are lists that identify Mama's Boys. One of them is that you have to speak to your mother before making any big decisions. So if you feel the need, you got to call your mom before you buy this car, or you move into which apartment should I get? Should I get this 1 bedroom, or should I get that 2 bedroom? Or should I get married? Those kind of decisions. Or should I, exactly, who should I marry, or whatever. If you feel the need that you need to talk to your mom before you make any of these big decisions,
you're a mama's boy.
Well, and I think that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about the mother having the life experiences involved to need to make those decisions. Not that the dads are father figures in somebody's life. Not that they don't have those life experiences, but
it's just a different perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Hello.
Hello. Please turn your radio down, sir.
I turned it off.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Hello.
Yeah, I wanted to get on there.
Oh, you are?
Yes, sir. You're on the air now.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say something about mama's boys and all that.
Sure.
Well, I have 3 boys. They all hold their own, even in college. And but I asked a couple of them to come live at the house. We have a real big 2-story bedroom house to bring home. And if they wouldn't be there, we have 6 kids and all. I wouldn't have no help because I got real sick and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
sure.
They don't always come home at night, but they say they're always going to check up on them. So when they sleep, I'm glad they're staying at home. And they're not nearly mama's boys. They won't even tell us where they're going out sometimes and which girl.
And what are their ages?
21, 24, and 25.
Yeah, well, they're grown up. They're big. They're grown men.
In fact, one of them at 24, he owned a store. We bought him a store, Leroy's Cajun Meats in Bellplatte, and we put almost $300,000 up for him. And he is a great guy. He went to college, but he's doing great, and he still respects us like we his parents, which you expect that.
Sure.
But all our kids do, and so they're not nearly mama's boys.
That's all right.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah, thanks for the call. Appreciate you listening. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Yeah, I just was calling in regards to how guys can't cook and clean up after themselves. I worked in Pennsylvania with a bunch of guys from Louisiana, and learning how to cook and clean, it was like I was a goddess of the rig. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys do know how to do that. They don't care about whether or not they do it. I mean, when I lived alone, I knew how to cook and clean. I knew how to do laundry and all those things, all those domestic qualities. But I just didn't like doing it, so I just didn't always do it. Some people have that natural desire to be, some people are just neater than others.
Right. I don't know if I was getting fooled or not, but like I said, they thought I was a goddess because I could cook, and I was like, I just couldn't believe that amount of guys didn't know how to cook a grilled cheese sandwich. It was crazy.
Yeah. Now where were you?
In Pennsylvania.
And you're from here?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the difference, okay? Because men in Acadiana in this area, this part of the country, they know how to cook.
Yeah, and that's what I thought too. Hey, South Louisiana, we're gonna cook, throw down, and I'd bring crawfish tails and everything up, and they just couldn't get over that I had that skill.
Right.
Yeah. That's those damn Yankees. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you listening.
Yes,
All right. 232-1542 if you want to jump in. All right, I got a few more here. No matter how old you are, you still strive to make mom proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, some people, they don't, it's something that just doesn't cross their mind. But a real mama's boy, that's always in the back of their head.
All except for sitting in for Brandon on Offside. She's been proud of me every day.
I can't blame you there. Or I can't blame her. All right, and here's another one. You find it very difficult to stand up to your mother. So
that holds a lot of weight.
Look, that's hard to do.
Sure.
Okay, that's hard for a grown man at any age to do. I would even say that even if you're not what's considered to be a mama's boy, that's difficult for people to do.
Right.
Yeah, and even with your father as well.
Sure.
Okay, because once you get past that, I have something to prove chapter of your life, normally teenage years.
Right.
Once you become a grown adult, it becomes difficult to challenge or disagree with either parent.
Absolutely. And I want the one, familial question that comes to mind at this point is when your parents get older, having to be the person to make decisions to take their keys away, for example.
Yeah.
Having to make a decision like that to where you stand up to a mother or a father figure and say, it's time for us, the offspring, to make this decision.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard decision
that's a hard
for somebody
one,
to make.
That's hard to do.
Or it's time to move mom and dad into a nursing home or something like that.
Well, that's a whole nother.
Absolutely.
Subject,
That's some heavy stuff there. Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Hello, caller. You're on.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're on.
Oh, I'm on the air. Okay. I was calling in reference to Mama's Boys.
Yes, sir.
What do you refer to a person who grows up with two dads? Is he automatically a Mama's Boy?
Ooh, that's another one of those social experiments that's going on in the world right now. Good question. I don't know.
Sarcastic.
Maybe you're a daddy's boy. Okay, I don't know. That's a good one.
Call back in about 12 or 15 years.
Yeah, that's a good answer on that. That's a good suggestion right there. Let us know how that works out if you know anybody that's in that scenario. But people. There's a lot more same-sex marriages out there now, and so of course the question works the other way around. If you're a boy and you're being raised by two women that are married,
right?
If you're a mama's boy, which one is it?
I wouldn't want to pick sides either way.
I don't know. I have to admit, I'm not. If you're a mama's boy, is it both of them?
This is one of those social variables where it's hard to draw a straight line.
You try to figure that out, and you feel like you're drunk. All right, here's another one. If you're still a grown man and you whine to your mother, you're definitely a mama's boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, I think that it's fair to identify the difference between whining and just complaining.
Yeah.
Okay, because we all have complaints.
Right.
And so I will complain to my mom on occasion. I don't necessarily think that it's whining.
Right.
But there are whiners out there, I would say.
Adult whiners, I can't say I experience that too much. No, I'd imagine they're out there, though.
Well, they're out there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Yes, I'm proud to say that I am definitely a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that a good mother is the pillar of a family. I mean, she really holds things together, holds the family together. And my dad even admitted he's the head of the family, but with every head, there should be a good neck. Mm-hmm. And that's my mom.
Excellent.
She's able to.
Guys.
All right, thank you. Yeah, those are pretty good ones.
My dad would always joke, of course, not around my mom, but he would always joke while he was with us that, he wore the pants in the family, but mom told him which ones to wear.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
You're not really ever in charge.
Right.
Yeah. Once you walk down the aisle, that's it. You're dead. It's over. Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
No, but it's a good thing. Okay, you just a part of you. When I say you're dead, the part of you that you have known about yourself is gone forever. That dies. Okay, and now you have a new life. You have a new life, and I'll tell you, I would venture to say that that's why many marriages don't succeed anymore, because people do not accept the fact that their life as a single person is over.
Right, there's no give and take on that.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And your life as a single man, is dead.
Right.
All right, that's it. And so you are now born into a completely different person. Hello and welcome to Offsides.
Hey, I have a couple comments to make.
Okay, go ahead.
Your subject matter. Okay, first of all, I want to say as a mama of some boys that a good mama knows how to raise a kind, respectful man. A man who knows how to act like a man and treat his woman like a lady. A good mama also knows her boundaries. You got to step back. You're not allowed to say things about certain.
Hey, hello?
Looks like we lost him.
No, go ahead.
The other thing I want to say in regards to the comments about cooking, My husband, who's now my ex-husband, made a comment about the way I cooked my gumbo was not the way his mama cooked her gumbo. And I said, you know what? You're not married to your mama. You're not sleeping with your mama.
Yeah.
And if you keep talking like that, you're not sleeping with me.
Yeah, well, yeah, you definitely got to be respectful of the boundaries. Okay, there's just some things better off left unsaid.